Hello everyone, today we have a change of scenery. I'm not at the studio at work. Now due to COVID-19, we are all under self-quarantine, and today I figured I'm going to shoot out 8 different overdrive or boost pedals to work with a plugin. Now there are some of you out there who would like to use a physical pedal with your plugins such as Bias Effects or Neural DSP. In my case today, I own the Neural DSP Plini, and I'm going to be using the third channel of the amp sim there, which is the highest gain one. And in front of me I have 8 different overdrive or boost pedals. Now for the most part, each of them have either a single knob, 3 to 4 knobs, and even extra toggle switches for different tones. So I'm going to keep the settings really simple. If there's a volume knob, it's going to be cranked all the way up. If there is a distortion knob or overdrive knob, it's going to be cranked all the way down. If there are treble or tone settings, they're going to be straight up at 12 o'clock. So the first one would be the Ibanez Cheap Screamer Mini. This I have it at the typical setting with the volume all the way up, distortion all the way down, tone in the middle. Then I have one of today's favorites among guitarists, which is the Horizon Devices Precision Drive. Again, same in terms of the volume and drive with the bright switch at 12 o'clock. And with the attack knob, we're going to try it at the 3rd position followed by the 6th position. And if you're hearing any noise that is coming out of this pedal, it is because I do not have the noise gate engaged. You can easily fix that just by cranking up the noise gate knob. Following that, I have the Xotic EP Booster. This will have the knob at 12 o'clock. As for the internal settings, I have it at the EQ flat, and I do not have the plus 3 dB gain on. Next, I have the TC Electronics Spark Booster, again with the bass and treble. It is at 12 o'clock. The gain will be at 9 o'clock, level all the way up. And with the toggle switch, we're going to try it at all 3 positions. So you're going to start with clean, followed by mids, and then by the fat position. I have the MXR Micro Amp Plus. I do not have the regular one. So the difference with this is you have a bass and treble knob. But for this pedal, for this test, I'm going to have everything at 12 o'clock. I have the JHS Haunting Mids. This again, volume all the way up. We're going to try it in the low mid setting and the high mid setting. Next, I have a Ceriatone Centura. If it isn't obvious enough, it is basically a Klon Centaur. Finally, just for funsies, I have an old Boss DS1 made in Japan. This, I'll have the distortion knob all the way down, level all the way up. The tone will begin at 9 o'clock, and then we're going to crank it to 12 o'clock. The guitar I'm using is an Aristides 060 with bare knuckle Aristides Customs, and this is actually going through a RC1. So I have the riff looped, so it's going to be completely consistent from pedal to pedal. So it is the RC1 going into each of these pedals individually, one by one, into a Focusrite Scarlett 2i4. So once again, the plugin I have is the Neural DSP Plini. The gain is not really that high up, it's about 10 o'clock. I do not have any compression, overdrive, reverb, or delay turned on. So there you go, those were the 8 overdrive pedals with the plugin. Now it is a very difficult test to do because they have so many different settings and knobs, and I can be tweaking them, and this could be a 1-hour video easily. But my hopes is with the basic settings here, you can get a rough idea of how different each of these pedals can sound. Based on today's settings, some of my favorites were the Horizon Devices Precision Drive, the EP Booster, as well as the TC Electronics Spark Booster. The EP Booster provides a really nice, warm and smooth sound. However, it might not work in a mix, so that's where I kind of like the Precision Drive because it adds a nice presence to the overall tone. With the Spark Booster, it's the same thing, it adds the right amount of bite to the overall distortion tone. The Ceriatone Centura has a shit ton of output with the level cranked all the way up, and if I were to crank the gain knob even more, you can get a really nice saturation out of that. If I had to say what my least favorite was, it was definitely the DS1. It just did not work with the plugin. However, if you were to plug it into a roaring Marshall stack, I'm sure it will scream. One more comment I would like to chip in is with the Micro Amp Plus. Now this pedal, I kind of prefer it with a single coil guitar, so it's Strat Tele, so I do not really favor it with a humbucker style guitar. So there you go, hopefully the video helps. Leave a comment down below of what you think about the tones achieved here today. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and see you real soon.